The rest of the day passed without any of us saying a single word. This was the infamous atmosphere when, one, having dark thoughts and questions, can't help but to brew even more of them. The whole day passed for me, not realizing that I've been sitting on the same stone for hours and looking into distant mountains and the stormy clouds fighting over the mountain peaks. Pretty poetic, though, since the storm in the distance was reflecting my inner flow of thoughts. On one side, I had the ultimate respect and loyalty towards the Beastmaster. But on the other side, I had the thoughts trying to break my walls of my loyalty. I spent hours on trying to find the reasons of Liz's assuming and that the Beastmaster had indeed changed. But I could not find any. He was the same powerful-looking general to me. To be honest, the confidence radiating out of him was even more impactful once he returned. Which makes us fight harder when he is around is something that we all admit feeling. However, it seems that the only person not affected by this is Liz. If somebody has changed, it's Liz after that day. I don't blame her though. Her wounds were the deadliest. Her gentle face when I saw her for the first time was an obvious sign of her being everything but a warrior. Even though she knew how to handle weapons, so a person like Liz getting so close to dying simply can't remain the same person. My thoughts kept fighting over and over for several more hours, until I noticed something. The storm in the distance was not that distant anymore. It seems that the clouds decided to spread their rain over to us. I've decided to delay my final conclusion, with the basic one being that I should keep my eyes on Liz more often. The preparations for the incoming storm had to be done. I asked Revan to scout out the close proximity of our camp in order to find a safe place for us to stay until the storm passes. While packing our things in the camp, I would take quick glances in Liz's direction. It was obvious that she was still mad at me. She will get over it as soon as this storm becomes our main problem. We could hear the first thunder sounds in the distance. They were slowly becoming more powerful. After packing the last things, Revan jumped out from behind the tree and gave me the sign. "Let's move, people. If you care about not getting showered, even though we could all use one." We followed Revan as he was going through the dying lush. After 10 minutes of walking, we found a small cave. I did not like the cave's surroundings, as there was only one way from which you could approach it. In case we get attacked, we will have no way of escaping but through the fire. However, after hearing the loudest thunder till now, we realized that we had no other choice but to risk with this cave. "I still did not check if it's safe," Revan said. "I decided to bring you guys with me before I go in, just in case I need backup." This was a smart move from him. Even though the cave was completely empty besides some random bats getting mad at us for interrupting their sleep. In any case, we were now in a warm and dry place, while having enough space for all of us to spread our sleeping bags and grab some rest. Revan took the first guard shift, since the thunder noises echoed so hard within the cave walls, making it impossible for us to hear anything in advance. Since the rumbling was just too great to start any kind of conversation, I had nothing else to do but stare at the bats grumbling and complaining about us. Funny little creatures, completely unaware of the dangers outside of their comprehension boundaries.